Hello, class, and welcome to week 2. This week we'll be going over getting deeper in SDLC and the Agile method, focusing on the Scrum framework this week. And so remember last week we introduced the waterfall method and the Agile method. And so this week, as in our discussion showed, most companies are going to the Agile method. It works more often than not. There are some cases where we do use waterfall method, but we definitely want to use Agile principles as far as like rapid development and those type of principles in almost every project. So anyway, this week we'll get into more in depth into the Scrum roles, and the exercises. You'll be a Scrum Master. You'll look at some other the Scrum roles through the assignments and the reading. And this week we'll also go over the Agile Manifesto and the 12 rules. Or this we went over last week, I'm sorry. And this week we'll focus on Agile and roles, events, artifacts of the Scrum framework, and you'll create artifacts as the Scrum Masters, like I said. And then also you go back into Eclipse and install some plugins on Eclipse, and that'll prepare you for work coming up. And I believe module 3 and 5, which is when you start the travel project. So, make sure that you're doing the optional ungraded assignments on the virtual machines, because they do build on each other. If you didn't do last week's, then you're going to have a harder time this week, unless you just have used Clips a bunch of times in the past. But it's always great to learn new tools and then get introduced to them. So the objectives of this week include explain how the different Scrum events and team roles contribute to developing a product. And with any anything, the terminology is real important. So grasp the concepts of Scrum, including the terminology, what roles, who's responsible. You'll reflect on the importance of the Scrum Master for the Scrum team, and you incorporate new GUI roles and additional plugins and Eclipse, like I said. And so the different readings will have a project manager's guide to mastering Agile, which will be the Scrum overview. We'll have the Scrum guide by Ken Schwaber and Jeff Sutherland. You'll export a jar file to PDF, and that'll be in Eclipse. And so that's how you will share files and share code, as you can import and export your jar files. And then we'll have a breathtaking brief and Agile introduction to Scrum, and then also a 13-minute video on Scrum. So the assignments, like I said, there'll be discussion introducing the Scrum team. So you look at the roles of each Scrum team member and focus on a few of those. There'll be quiz on the roles and responsibility of Scrum. You'll develop an Agile team charter. The tutorial, like I said, is doing the plugins in Eclipse on the virtual machines. And then you'll do a journal, be your first journal entry in Scrum Master. I believe the journal this week is ungraded. I had to go back and look, but anyway, the journals are really important. And so all these classes, if you haven't been in class at SNHU, the weeks build on each other. And so the assignments you're doing now will be part of the project that you submit in week 7. So make sure that you're doing the assignments, you're doing the optional assignments, you're keeping that paperwork with you, and that way when you go to fill in your final project, all those entries will already be done. If you have any questions, email me. I check my email every day, and always here in the morning and usually in the evenings. Like I said, if you have any questions, just shoot me an email. I usually respond right away. We also have the group discussion board. If you have any issues and you want to reach out to your fellow classmates. As always, I appreciate you all submitting your assignments early. I started grading the discussions for last week, and I'll try to get the grades posted either today or tomorrow. And so I know we have like a 7-day thing to grade, but I try to get them out early, and I appreciate you all trying to get your assignments in early. That way, if anything comes up this weekend, you can spend time with family and friends, or any work issues or anything like that arise. And I know there's quite a few assignments, and so with a 7-week course or 8-week course, you have to it's really condensed, so there's a lot of information that comes in. So please keep up on the assignments and keep up on the reading. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, and we will talk to you soon.